What is up, you guys? It is me again, okay, Cladis, eh? So, sorry about that. Just silly intro, as usual. Alright, let us cut into the chase. Got my watch back. Zodiac Z08524 discontinued, but, it wasn't working. Then we sent it back to get it fixed. Waited a month, but worth it. Got to put it on a waiting list and everything. But yeah. Anyways, let us go into the videos from Call of Duty Ghosts. By the way, I don't play Call of Duty Ghosts anymore. I did a few weeks ago. I got back into it, but not anymore. Because I don't want to play those shooting games anymore. Anyways, so let me tell you a cool story. A miracle that God did for me. Back in 2016. This was a year after I got robbed at gunpoint for the first time. And then a year later after this, I got robbed at gunpoint the second time. But this time, nothing bad happened. Well, not to me anyway. But I'll get to that in a moment. So, I was a night owl. And I was living in my apartment before moving to my townhouse, and then after my townhouse, I moved here. I was awake in the dead of night. It was 3, 4 in the morning. Around 4 in the morning, I felt in my spirit. I felt this urge in my spirit. You know, that feeling when the Holy Spirit talks to you in your guts, in your spirit, in your heart. He prompts you to do something. You'll feel it. You'll know when you're truly saved and you're born again, you'll feel that feeling you have in your spirit from the Holy Spirit. He'll speak to you. It just tells you, keep on prompting you over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Well, it kept telling me to go outside. I was like, really? I kept thinking to myself, outside at 4 in the morning. Just exactly what happened. Like literally at the previous year, I was outside at 9 o'clock testing an electric scooter that I haven't had for years to see if it was still running for, transportation. And I got pushed off and, robbed. And that wasn't even 10 o'clock at night. And now I'm going to go out at 4 in the morning. And then the thing, it kept saying 4 in the morning. It kept saying go outside, go outside, go outside, go outside, go outside. So I was like, okay. I was like, it's got to be the Holy Spirit. So I put on my clothes. Well, I put on jeans. I was wearing like pajamas and stuff. I put on my jeans and shoes and jacket and stuff. Whatever. I don't even know if it was cold or whatever. But and I just walked wherever I felt like I needed to go. I didn't even I didn't know which direction to go to. I just felt like it was the right way to go. And I just kept walking down the sidewalk. And then turn past the treetop apartment sign, which was the name of the apartments that I was living at. And walked down a little ways, and across the street was a parking lot behind the restaurant TGI Fridays. Yeah, TGI Fridays is in a lot of states. That's not like certain grocery stores. You know, like Harris Teeter, Food Lion, Whole Foods. Those are grocery stores by me, but aren't possibly not by you. You know, you're watching this probably like, what's Harris Teeter? What's Food Lion? You know, so anyways, get off track. In that parking lot, 4 in the darn morning. God is awesome, by the way. I want to tell you this again at the beginning when I said nothing bad happened to me, that is. Remember when I told you that? Here it is. There was a crashed car in the fence. The car was still going. It was still on, still going, still blown out exhaust. Lights were still going. There was a person in the car. I didn't walk over there. I was still on the side of the opposite side of the road, but across the street. But I went back and grabbed my phone, called the police, and I told them where the car was and stuff. And then I ran back over there and waited for the police to show up. And one of the officers, she came over. She saw me just sitting there. She came over and talked with me and said it was actually a drunk guy. There was actually a person in the car. There was a legitimate person in the car. There was a legit person in the car. And, you know, if I didn't wake him up, or if I didn't call the cops to wake him up, then he could have woken up himself and driven off and got himself hurt or killed again. He could have been injured. I didn't go over there because I didn't want to deal with it because I'm not a police officer, and that could have been a scary situation even for cops. That's really scary situations right there. They're prepared for anything. They could easily know. They easily could know that that guy could easily do something bad if he woke up. Or when he woke up. But anyways, he could have driven off into traffic and killed a whole bunch of people. Caused a pile up or something. And I could have saved a ton of people's lives by calling the police and getting them to arrest that guy for DUI or DWI. Yeah, driving while intoxicated, driving under influence, whatever. It's just so important to listen to the Holy Spirit when He's trying to tell you something, when He's telling you to do something. And also, I'll tell you this too. When I was at the psychiatric ward, after a meltdown I had back in 2021 and got evicted from my townhouse for accidentally starting a fire and burning down my back porch, a couple weeks in, the patients were going outside, and it was 97 degrees outside, just about, because it was May, something, in the middle of May, and, I wanted to stay inside where it was really cool. Anyways, I felt this urgency, this, again, the Holy Spirit just was prompting my heart over and over and over and over and over and over again to do something. And that was to catch up with the group, that went outside. Because once those doors closed, it would be too late to go outside with the group until the next time they go outside. Anyways, I ran down the hall and just made it before the patients made it through the ward's doors, the doors of the ward or the unit. Just made it just in time. And anyways, I mean, this feeling was vibrating my chest. I had urgency. Go outside, 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 go outside. And anyways, we went through it, blah, 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 blah. As soon as we got outside, my eyes locked onto something on the ground in the distance. It looked like a black salamander, and it caught my interest. It was as long as my finger. And I went over there to investigate because I thought it was interesting. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Black salamander. That's pretty cool. We're on the roof of the building. Don't worry, there's a bunch of bars and everything and fences, everything closed off from the edge and everything like that. So don't worry about that. Anyways, I got closer to it. It looked like something sharp. And I kicked it with my foot. Guess what? Metal. I picked it up as long as my finger. And it had the tip of an X-Acto knife on it. I kid you not. It was a razor sharp pointed tip metal shard from something that somebody dropped while working on the thing, because the roof had just been finished being done being built, because the whole psychiatric ward part was just built. And I picked it up. I immediately gave it to the staff. Like, here. And she took it out of my hand, and she was like in shock. She showed the other staff members. She's like, oh, Anyways, about a week later, we were in the cafeteria. One of the patients, she was actually outside. By the area where I found that metal shard, or shiv, is what they call a small piece of shard of metal that looks kind of like a dagger that's really sharp they can use to stab somebody with or whatever. She used a fork to try to stab herself in the side of the neck. But the forks in that psych ward were so flimsy you couldn't even pierce a steak or chicken with. So they couldn't break skin. Very, 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 very rubbery. So that's good. But if I didn't pick that up, there was a very, very, very high chance that she would have picked that up instead and hidden it and used that instead. So God definitely came through 100% and had saved her life through me. And let me tell you, that girl tried to kill herself before in there. She tried to a few times. Well, not, maybe, yeah. Harmed herself for sure. But yeah, that, she would have definitely just like, for sure. Oh my goodness, that would have been awful. She got rushed out by security. Even with a fork that couldn't even pierce chicken or skin, she got rushed out by security. If she used that instead of a fork, she wouldn't be rushed out by security. She'd be on the floor. with several people pushing pressure on her neck. Man, God is awesome. God is awesome indeed. He is amazing. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video, 2-in-1. But always remember to listen to the Holy Spirit when He's prompting you something. When that feeling comes and He's doing it over and over on repeat, it's Him. When you're feeling it in your heart and in your mind, it's a repetitive thought. Like, do something. Like, for example, if it's an urgency to, like, walk down the street, and you feel like it's urgent to do it, it's Him. 100%, it's Him. On repeat, and it's an urgent feeling, it's Him. And you walk down that street, you'll see exactly why He needed you. There might be somebody laying in the road that just got, like, accidentally got hit by a car or something. I don't know, but it could be urgent. 100% urgency. But I hope you guys enjoy.